with all of the flags waving in there. And that picture right in the middle, the red banner with Bob Paisley's face shining out, holding the European Cup. But the teams are ready. Liverpool with Alisson in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk and Robertson, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Henderson and Wijnaldum, Salah, Firmino and Mane, and Manchester United with no Rashford, but De Gea in goal, Lindelof, Maguire and Shaw, Wan-Bissaka and Williams, Fred, Matic, Pereira, Martial and James. The referee is Craig Pawson, blue-shirted, might be turquoise, near the centre circle, just walking over to the far side, blowing his whistle, and the match begins with the visitors, Manchester United, 5th in the Premier League, against the runaway leaders, Liverpool. Manchester United getting us underway, and here immediately a touch for the Manchester United captain, Harry Maguire, who plays it back to David De Gea, who clears right-footed. In the first half, Liverpool attacking towards the Anfield Road end and defending the Kop. And Champions of Europe is the song that rings out. They've been waiting for that one, I think, the Liverpool fans, to goad Manchester United. That's a poor ball out from Alisson, most unlike him, behind Robertson and straight out of play for a throw-in to Manchester United, level with the edge of the Liverpool box. 5 Live and the World Service are with us as well. Welcome to all of the BBC listeners around the world on the World Service. Very, very early stages, Manchester United with this throw that they lose possession, and Henderson now hits a long ball downfield, and that will bounce all the way through to De Gea. These 3 central defenders, Chris, yeah?
Yep, it looks that way. I mean, they may fluctuate as the game goes on, but this is a fixture, I think, at the start of the season, when the fixtures do come out, one that everybody looks forward to. Proper rivalry, it's fierce, it's hostile. Jurgen Klopp talking about United being the natural enemy. You can't argue with that.
That's Chris Sutton with us for the commentary. Golden Boot winner and a league champion in England and in Scotland. And Manchester United in possession on the left-hand side. Ball has worked back towards the halfway line, and Matic overhits a ball that will bounce through to Alisson. Still Dundee United 1, Hibs 2 in the Scottish Cup tie being played today. Liverpool carrying it forward, Mane on the left-hand side. Sadio Mane just dragging the ball onto his left foot. 2 Manchester United players with him, Lindelof one of them, and the clearance bounces out of play near the halfway line. Daniel James it was who finally put it out. Try taken to Van Dijk, and then across to his right, Jordan Henderson, who's actually dropped right in between the central defenders, Gomez and Van Dijk, who's back in possession now. Liverpool's tall, stately number 4, and Liverpool just content to keep the ball halfway inside their own half and pass it around inside their own territory. Alexander-Arnold back to Gomez, pulls the ball across the penalty area, first time touch from Van Dijk. Robertson loses it to Wan-Bissaka, to a touch from the Liverpool left back. Wan-Bissaka now to James. Now Fred takes it forward. He had his ankles clipped by Mane. Down he goes, the United right back, or right wing back, and it's a free kick on the right.
Yeah, it's a sloppy start from Liverpool, and we did see this in the game at Old Trafford. Manchester United wing-backs really pushing on to the Liverpool full-backs, and Wan-Bissaka forcing a mistake out of Andy Robertson. A chance for United to put the pressure on with a free kick.
Free kick here on the right-hand side. Liverpool won this match 3-1 last season. That was Jose Mourinho's last match in charge of Manchester United. But believe it or not, that's Liverpool's only win in their last 11 Premier League matches against Manchester United. Free kick taken short. Fred. Pereira plays it in, stabbed away on the edge of the box by Van Dijk. And now Liverpool will break. Mane, though, hits the pass too far ahead of either Oxlade-Chamberlain or Salah. And Manchester United have it back with Fred, who very nearly found the pass down the right-hand side for the run of Martial. But it was just cut out by Van Dijk, who stretched across, and then Robertson volleyed it out for a throw on the halfway line.
Yeah, lucky Van Dijk has big feet. Big right blue boot of his, getting across and making the interception.
Unlike Sergio Aguero, who has very small feet, as we learned this week.
Very odd.
Secrets of his success. The big feet at the back, small feet up front, it seems. Here's Matic for Manchester United, playing the ball down the right to James, and the speedy James crosses into the middle, but the recovering Van Dijk with those big feet gets the right one of them in the right place and puts it out for a throw to United 10 yards back from the corner flag. Wan-Bissaka takes it. Wan-Bissaka gets it back, heads it infield to James. Wan-Bissaka then chests it into the area, hooks it over his head, but hooks it straight through for a goal kick to the home side. The league leaders, who are looking to go 16 points clear tonight with a victory. 0-0.
27 points between these sides. Just looking at this, whether James was offside, he wasn't. He was played on by Alexander-Arnold. You feel when they do get the opportunity, United, they have to take it though. But a positive start from United.
Ball played up for Liverpool to the halfway line now. And now it's taken forward for Liverpool. Pass from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Just goes astray of Mane, but Mane still has it in the full-back position. Quickly into the penalty area, then laying back to Robertson. And Robertson's cross comes off the backside of Lindelof and bounces into the hoardings in front of the Anfield Road end for a corner to the home team.
Yeah, I know Robbie Savage before the game said he wanted United to come and be positive and go toe-to-toe with Liverpool, but that must play into Liverpool's hands. You feel that Liverpool like that style of play. They're so devastating when they break out, have so much pace in the team.
Corner then. Alexander-Arnold backs up against the hoardings. Manchester United flags behind him, draped against them. Takes it short. Robertson's ball in. It's headed away at the near post. Back to Alexander-Arnold. Quickly across to Oxlade-Chamberlain, just forward of the centre circle. Then out to the right-hand side to Salah. Salah not scored in 4 matches for Liverpool against Manchester United. Ball into the edge of the area from Salah. That's cleared away into the centre circle. And then under no particular pressure, and uncharacteristic misplaced high pass out of play by Alexander-Arnold for a throw into Manchester United halfway inside their own half. Just have a feeling it's a little bit of a dangerous game for Liverpool, this. Their opponents are their great rivals here in the northwest of England. And they have the incentive, Manchester United, of becoming the first team to beat Liverpool in the Premier League this season, having been the only team so far to take even a point off them after 21 matches. Remarkable achievement this that they're witnessing this season from Liverpool. Matic gives it away, passed it straight into Henderson, but the ball bounces out on the far side for a throw into Manchester United. Halfway inside their own half on the other side of the field. And also, a chance to beat Liverpool here at Anfield. Nobody's done that since 2018. It's 2020 now,
Listen, you talk about Liverpool and their start to the season and the records. We see high boot from Matic. It's a throw-in, bouncing ball. He turns blindly and catches
Wijnaldum.
Yeah.
Crumpled to the ground, Wijnaldum, after that contact.
I think it was accidental, but maybe lucky to get away with that without seeing certainly a yellow card. Oh, he's kicked him in the face there.
Yeah. I mean, Wijnaldum wasn't particularly stooping down. A very high foot from Matic. And he is yellow carded for that, I think that's right.
Did come out eventually.
Free kick for Liverpool. Forward and right of the centre circle. Alexander-Arnold in towards Mane. Glancing header. Bounces wide of the far post by 3 or 4 yards. Goal kick, 0-0.
Yeah, he's good in the air, isn't he, Mane, for a little fella? Good incisive run. Not the pace on the ball and can't quite direct it on target. United just switching off momentarily.
Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. 5 Live and the World Service from the BBC. And Liverpool with the ball inside their own half here on the left-hand side. Robertson's ball over the top, but that is under the head of Lindelof. Great noise inside the stadium. I hope it's coming across to you at home or in your car or wherever you're listening to us on this Sunday afternoon. Pereira lifts it forward, but that's under the head of Van Dijk. Oxlade-Chamberlain. I wondered if Fabinho might come back into the team, but he's among the substitutes this afternoon. Jurgen Klopp saying he did so well winning at Tottenham last weekend. Same again. And also Matic returns as one of the substitutes. No Milner yet. Robertson across. Little flick from Alexander-Arnold. That was lovely improvisation by Alexander-Arnold, but it broke down. Salah wasn't able to reach it, and Manchester United have got it back. Fred took a whack. Centre field. He's gone gone down, but Manchester United continue to bring the ball on into the Liverpool half. Wan-Bissaka, shortish hair now, but tied up behind the back of his head in any case. He'll be another player who's been watched by Gareth Southgate, I'm sure, having already been in the squad this season. Wan-Bissaka. Now, Lindelof. Through for Pereira, little flick on the turn for James's run. Robertson slides in, got the ball. James went down, but the challenge took it back to Alisson in the Liverpool penalty area.
Yes, a clever little flick through. James on the run. Robertson had to get that challenge right. He did. The boot of his deflecting the ball back to Becker.
Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. Here's Fred. Fred taking the ball away from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Wan-Bissaka again down the right for the run of James, but this one rolls through for Alisson, the Liverpool goalkeeper. Seems to me that Manchester United very much looking to use the pace of Martial on the left and James here on the right, trying to get in between the fullbacks and the central defender.
Well, we know that Liverpool, they like to get the fullbacks on really high. United will try and look to exploit those channels.
Luke Shaw leaning into Salah. No free kick on the halfway line. Here's Martial on the left-hand side. Martial in the full-back position. He's up against Alexander-Arnold. Tries to play back to the edge of the area, which he does to Pereira. Now back to Martial. Black gloves on, short sleeves. Martial trying to find a way through against Alexander-Arnold. Offside flag is up against Pereira. Free kick to Liverpool in their own right back area. 0-0.
Yeah, once again, talked about those channels. This time it's Martial and Manchester United left-hand side. The strikers are actually playing as split strikers with the conventional number 9. Clearly part of the game plan.
And as yet, Luke Shaw is the left-sided central defender. Mo Salah and Alexander-Arnold really been able to get at him over there. Still early stages though. 11 minutes played. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. Remember when Manchester United did get that point against Liverpool at Old Trafford, and they led 1-0 until the 85th minute, remember, when Lallana came on and scored the equaliser. They did play with a back three that day. Long ball downfield, Maguire heads it away, might come out to Mane, but Matic was quickly on to Sadio Mane, but he's able to take the ball back towards the halfway line, passed it out to the right. Alexander-Arnold's there, up against young Williams. First time he's been involved in a Manchester United-Liverpool game. Then Fred slides in, bounces down. Wijnaldum's now bringing it forward. Wijnaldum, Robertson on the left-hand side. Robertson into the penalty area, looking for the run of Wijnaldum, but across comes Maguire. He got there first, took a touch and cleared it out for a throw down the left. 0-0.
It's well read from Harry Maguire. Robertson down this left-hand side, trying to feed a ball through, but centre-back read it extremely well.
And Liverpool waste the throw, and it's a throw into Manchester United, deep inside their own half. So earlier, if you missed it, and you've been out and about on this Sunday afternoon, Burnley came from a goal down to beat Leicester in our earlier Premier League commentary match. 2-1 the final score, so Burnley now 5 points above the relegation zone. Nottingham Forest 3-1 winners against Luton in the only match in the Championship, as Oxlade-Chamberlain tries a shot that's immediately charged down, bounces to Martial in the centre circle, but then Martial loses out to Henderson, who took a little bit of a whack there, and is just hobbling the Liverpool captain. I think he'll be okay. And he comes across actually as James gives the ball away, passed it straight to Gomez. Oxlade-Chamberlain now low pass out towards the right hand side. Salah back to Alexander-Arnold. Now Firmino drops deep. Firmino, scorer of the winning goal at Tottenham last weekend. Ball lifted right across from right to left to Robertson. Deep cross in towards the back post, which is headed down and partially away by Shaw. But Oxlade-Chamberlain's able to take it on, and with Williams arriving just as he was looking to cross, the Manchester United left wing back is able to deflect the ball out and up into a little corner of supporters sitting behind a steely grey fence for another corner to Liverpool, this time from the right hand side. Alexander-Arnold to take this. Van Dijk just arrives rather ominously and threateningly, walking slowly towards the penalty spot. Alexander-Arnold's gone. With a header! Right into the top corner! It was ominous, all right. first 22 matches of a league season. They've never done that before in their history. Dundee United 1, Hibs 2 is still the latest score in the Scottish Cup. That was a 3 o'clock kickoff. As Liverpool played up towards Salah, who has Harry Maguire right up his back there, and Salah goes down and wins the free kick.
Yeah, maybe a bit fortunate, Harry Maguire saying, well, he's back again. I'm entitled to stand my ground, but dangerous situation.
Very dangerous, that free kick on the right-hand side. The champions of the world. Free kick then, out there on the right-hand side. They like the look of this. It's being placed very, very carefully. Robertson's out there, the two of them. The full-backs. He runs over it. Alexander-Arnold delivers it to the back post. Van Dijk's in there again, and on the stretch, he got away from both Maguire.
Oh, they get lucky, don't they, United?
And Matic was the other Manchester United man in there. Corner.
It's a brilliant ball in. Alexander-Arnold, as you would expect. Maguire just lost sight of Van Dijk. Got very, very lucky. Van Dijk eyes on the ball. Not far away at all.
Liverpool are threatening a second here. Robertson, cross corner to the near post. That's headed up and away by Pereira. Dundee United have made it 2-2. Just past an hour played in that match. 2-2 against Hibernia. Liverpool with it on the left-hand side. Wijnaldum right next to the white line. 10 yards away from the corner flag. Just a little touch away to put it out of play for a throw-in. 5 yards back from the corner flag. Ball is whacked out of play from the throw by Wan-Bissaka. Almost passed it straight back to Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold waiting, ball above his head to take the throw back towards the halfway line. And Van Dijk, the goal scorer, it's his 4th of the season for Liverpool. Remember, he scored a couple against Brighton in November in one of the many home wins. Here's Firmino, now to Mane. Mane just evades Fred. Gives it to Robertson on the left-hand side, then Mane, left corner of the box, Wijnaldum, back to Robertson. Robertson's cross took a little deflection, and that carried it into the gloves of De Gea, who's able to make an unchallenged catch and then launches it downfield for the run of Martial. And then Joe Gomez is underneath it to head it safely back to Alisson.
I think the goal's just settled Liverpool down now, and they've started to really put the foot down and dominate. Just wonder with United, how are they going to get back into this game?
Liverpool are in front, and Liverpool have won their last 40 matches in all competitions when they've scored the first goal of the match. Maguire with the ball. The Manchester United captain very quickly closed down by Salah, and Firmino had to get rid of it quickly, and he did so to Lindelof, who under pressure from Mane passed it straight out of play, and Pereira is down on the halfway line. What's happened there?
That's always a worry. Nobody around in Pereira. Just sat down on the Anfield turf. Doesn't look good, but it was hopeless play at the back, wasn't it, from Manchester United? Lindelof panicking. Pretty awful, pretty ordinary.
First 20 minutes, Chris, Liverpool winning 1-0.
We're just seeing the corner again. I think it's Williams who's trying to pick up Van Dijk and just block him. Maguire, they leave free to go and head the ball, but it's too easy. It's a towering header from a colossus, Virgil van Dijk.
Yes, the great Virgil himself, PFA Player of the Year last season, Premier League Player of the season. And here he is, just swinging the ball back to Alisson, then out to Gomez. Firmino on the halfway line, turns away from Maguire. Now to the left-hand side to Wijnaldum. Robertson turns back towards the halfway line and finds Virgil van Dijk in his blue boots. Joe Gomez, 8th consecutive start for Joe Gomez. And of course, Liverpool have kept clean sheets in their last 6 matches in all competitions. Last 6 matches in the Premier League as well. It's what Manchester United are up against here. Salah Salah couldn't find the ball through. It bounces for Manchester United. And then Luke Shaw thought he'd been fouled in the centre circle, carrying the ball there.
Foul, wasn't it?
I thought so by Henderson. Here's Matic though, flicks the ball straight out of play. Was trying to find Williams. Manchester United are rattled, and I don't blame them for being rattled.
It was a foul on Luke Shaw. Liverpool actually been quite wasteful in the final third. That last pass, that final ball, Salah hasn't been on top form as of yet.
Ball back with the Liverpool goalkeeper, Alisson. Liverpool leading by 1-0. Alisson's long ball over the top, Maguire underneath it. And Fred is beaten in the air by Wijnaldum. Salah now to the halfway line. Alexander-Arnold in towards Firmino, 25 yards from goal. He plays it back to Wijnaldum, who's weaving around from left to right inside the Manchester United half. He goes back to the halfway line. Liverpool are absolutely fizzing here. Ball from Firmino to Robertson on the left-hand side, and then inside Wan-Bissaka to send it behind for what is another Liverpool corner. They are absolutely brimful of confidence, the league leaders.
Oh no, Firmino pulling the strings, dropping deep, making the play. Robertson, the overlap. In fairness, Wan-Bissaka used his pace well and got back. Another corner.
Robertson to take this one. Gomez is up there, but Van Dijk as well. Van Dijk near the penalty spot. In comes the corner, headed away in the near post.
Well, they haven't learned the lesson, John, because it's the same again. Williams trying to block Van Dijk has not been successful at all so far. It's a strange one, that.
Robertson with the throw. And Wijnaldum back to Robertson, who plays it off Fred for another Manchester United, another Liverpool throw on the left-hand side. It's played back by Firmino to Oxlade-Chamberlain, who quickly twists away from James. And then Van Dijk puts his foot on the ball, turns, pass forward from Robertson. That's blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Looked like a high foot by Matic again, but the ball had already been whipped away from him. Into the penalty area. Mane's onto the loose ball! And Mane sends it over the top as the two challengers came in on him. He lifted it, fiery deflection, over the top for another corner.
Well, I think it's Luke Shaw who does brilliantly well. I think Mane should have taken the shot on earlier. Took a touch. Firmino down the left-hand side. Deflected inadvertently by Fred into Mane's path. That touch then just allowed Shaw to get back. Goes to ground. Crucial challenge.
Absolutely it was. Luke Shaw back in the team after 4 matches out. Here's the corner, Alexander-Arnold into the near post, and this one's headed away, but only out to Salah, who slices his shot, which hangs in the air in the 6-yard box. De Gea looking to take it, went down under the challenge from Van Dijk. I thought that would be a free kick, it's not, and now Firmino banks it in! It's 2-0, but Manchester United are incensed. They feel that De Gea was fouled by Van Dijk as he tried to catch the ball in the 6-yard box. Manchester United players are surrounding referee Pawson. There are 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, but Liverpool are up in one corner celebrating their second goal.
Yeah, and a lot of United players with their hands all over the referee. You just can't do that. They're furious about the decision. We do see goalkeepers, they are overprotected in my view.
There's a yellow card being shown in there. And VAR are looking at this now. And we're now seeing the pictures. Van Dijk is challenging on De Gea.
I'm looking at that and thinking, is there enough in there? I don't think there is. I think De Gea should be stronger. Van Dijk goes for the ball. His eyes are on the ball. I think it's poor goalkeeping.
Referee Pawson says... What's he saying here? Again, the communication...
Well, why doesn't he go to the monitor and make the decision himself? I think he's given a free kick for a foul.
As a free kick. The goal is ruled out.
Wow.
And it remains Liverpool 1, Manchester United 0.
Initially, you always see fouls given for challenges on goalkeepers. The keeper's got to be stronger there. He really has. Has Van Dijk really put him under that much pressure? I mean, come on.
I must say, my initial reaction was that it was likely to be given as a free kick, and it wasn't.
No, exactly. But then, was there enough overturn it.
Ball forward down the left-hand side for Martial, but it'll run through to Allison. The other thing is as well, because of the build-up in play there, and the way that the ball was sliced and deflected high into the 6-yard box, there's no way that the referee could have missed that. So that is the referee's call, that it wasn't a foul.
Yeah. And was there enough which we saw to overturn there?
Was it a clear and obvious error?
No.
But VAR have ruled that it was, and so the goal was ruled out. Still 1-0. Van Dijk, what a pass that is to Salah, inside the box on the right-hand side. Salah plays it across. Firmino. It was slightly behind him, and the right foot shot went 2 yards wide.
Well, he just can't score at Anfield, and the one he did score was disallowed, of course. Brilliant finisher, was just behind him. What a ball that was from Van Dijk. And Salah staying out wide, exploiting that back three from United. Pokes the ball into Firmino. See, 10 yards out. Should score, should hit the target, at least.
Still 1-0. But I mean, Manchester United are just hanging on in this game at the moment. Liverpool are all over them. And the second goal ruled out by VAR. Chance there for Firmino. There's absolutely no let-up from Liverpool here. They are going for the proverbial jugular. And now Mane down the left-hand side. Wan-Bissaka puts in the challenge. Ball bounces behind. Has that been given as a free kick?
Corner, is it?
I think it is.
He does well, Wan-Bissaka, 1v1 situations, has that yard of pace to get back. Mane, good acceleration, yet another corner.
Corner, that's what it is. Liverpool's 6th corner, Chris. Taken out to Oxlade-Chamberlain, his ball in, headed away on the edge of the box by Martial. Manchester United look to break, just cannot get out. And now here's Williams on the left-hand side. Brandon Williams, the 19-year-old, gives it to Fred on the halfway line. Fred, now to Pereira. Liverpool are all around Pereira there though, so it has to go back to Matic and let Manchester United go back into their own half.
I just don't feel they have the confidence in the team where they're going to play through this Liverpool team. They're just poking it around at the back. Liverpool waiting for that pass into midfield where they pounce. Henderson, Wijnaldum, Oxlade-Chamberlain. Set up.
Full time at Tannadice, Dundee United 2, Hibernian 2 in the Scottish Cup. Manchester United playing the ball out from their own penalty area. It's been run away down the left hand side by Shaw, but his pass in field gives it away. Liverpool are now back in business again. Back to Robertson, then back to Van Dijk. And now out to the right hand side. Liverpool playing with such assuredness. Van Dijk, the goal scorer, long raking pass downfield, but that's under the head of Wan-Bissaka. And the header from